What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome back to another episode in my path to power. Before we get into this episode, no, it's not going to be a coin sponsor ad. I want to tell you guys about a cool event that I'm going to be part of with Rossi HD. It is with Overdog, which is essentially a social matchmaking app, but it's for the Manchester City versus Manchester United game that's coming up on Sunday, and I'm hoping that you guys will want to take part in this. Basically, what you can do is you can use this app and support your favorite club or try to beat up on people who support your rival club. So with the big rivalry that's coming up here, you guys can match up against each other and play as with Manchester United fans against Man City fans, or with Man City fans against other City fans. It's a really, really cool app, and I'm glad to be a part of it. They're going to be doing giveaways. They're giving away club shirts on Saturday, or a club shirt on Friday, excuse me. I'm going to be playing live on my stream on Saturday. Rossi's going to be doing the same thing. We're going to be talking all about Manchester United, Manchester City, and in honor of that as well, I built one of those squads using both of the teams a little bit later on in the episode. And then on Sunday, they're going to be doing a Steel Series headset giveaway as well. So it's pretty cool, and there are going to be links all over the place at the top of the description for you guys to check it out. If you have any questions about it, be sure to ask me. You can ask me on Twitter as well. Happy to answer. Or if you guys want to give me your predictions for the match, you guys can go ahead and drop those in the comment section down below. Had a little fun with Rossi on Twitter after Bayern lost in the Champions League. I was a bit bummed about it. I'll leave his link in the description down below as well. But obviously Bayern, things didn't go so well versus Arsenal this week, and I had a bunch of United fans kind of have a go at me, and I was like, there's no way United's beating City this week anyway. That was a lovely turn on the stream from Koke, but there's no way that we are going to lose, that United's going to beat Manchester City, and he popped back with a response, so that was a little bit of fun. But score prediction from me, I think it's going to be Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1. So you guys can mark it on there. You guys can tell me how terrible of a prediction it is on Twitter. You guys can tell me that in the comment section down below. Or if I'm right, you guys can say GG Japes on Sunday when everything is said and done. Be watching with the girlfriend. How about that? She is slowly getting into soccer, so that is promising. She's even got a Bayern kit now. So these are good things, guys. These are very, very good things. That was a nice pass. Konoplyanka scored a goal in the Champions League as well. Finishes that one off nicely against Team America. And we are off to a nice lead. And it's a little bit longer of an episode. I apologize for not kind of keeping up with what I was talking about. But I've been going a little bit back and forth on FIFA. I'm feeling a little bit weird because I've been debating on taking on the old coin sponsor that we went through at the start of this video. Ideally, it's not something that I would crazy like to do, but it is one of those things that it's definitely something that has to be considered. So I decided to step away, take a little bit of time to consider that, and obviously that hasn't gotten me very far because I'm still considering it. Also, I tweeted about it earlier today, and I was like, come on, EA, why do you always have to patch the game? This game was so good at the very start. Now I feel like it's really, really ping-pong. It reminds me a lot of FIFA 15. Konoplyanka, another brilliant ball in, and this hybrid's actually not too shabby. I definitely recommend building it. I think it might be set up a little bit better if one of my midfielders was maybe two of my midfielders were a bit more defensive. Use the 4-3-3, number 4, using that no-touch dribbling. Gonna play. I got the top net, baby, the best net. And he's giving me some of that dirty talk. A little bit of a throwback on that one. 90th minute goal. We complete the comeback because I believe we got scored on first in this game, and it was absolutely brutal. But because we are building a new team as promised, you can see this guy possession-wise, we were pretty darn even for the most part. So we're starting to get in better form here in Division 7. I think it was a foot founder, so it always feels good beating a foot founder because he knows what's up. He's been around for a long time. And it's a safe assumption that he's got a pretty good idea of the way FIFA works. We're going to go ahead and sell some players on. Went and checked Laporta, and then I was like, you know what, whatever. I just want the coins because I want to build this new squad. So I'm going to just list them up for like way more than I paid for them, starting with their open bids, and hope that some will get bid up and some all of them will get bid up. I was going to say some maybe not, but that's not the case at all because I want them all to be going up. And I listed up up all the players in my club as well. I don't actually know if I showed that clip. I think it's just something that I went through and did. Other than that subs bench, which needs to be done. You can see we got them all up there. Players have sold on. We have some coins, but 16,343. What are you gonna do? Well, we already went ahead and built this team. With that, and I don't think I actually showed. What I'm doing right now is I'm just changing all the instructions to aggressive interceptions, and I'm leaving everything at default. I haven't played around too much with the instructions for this formation, but for the most part, actually, I should put stay back while attacking for the CMs. But I don't think I did that. I decided that those two were defensive enough to begin with, and chances are they'd probably stay back. So this guy, really nice looking Bayern side, splashed with Marco Reus, Shinji Kagawa, and Mr. Piszczek. Jurgen Klopp's former boys. Now he's at the Cop, and Liverpool's pretty much must-watch TV for me now, because if you're a footy fan in general, it's kind of one of those where you just want to see how it plays out. A completely different style. But Samir Nasri breaking free, 45th minute. 45th minute, the defense just seems to go to sleep this year. It's way, way worse than past years. 90th minute as well. And you can see, like, what is this guy doing right there? Piszczek is pinched so far in pretty unnecessarily, to say the least. So we managed to slot that one by Manuel Neuer at the near post. And this is just me. Poor choice of passing. And this is what's bizarre. So, like Clichy was in front of Royce, and then he just stopped running. Like, I switched to him and was still holding sprint and everything, and he just stopped running. Like, what is that? I felt like I had no control over that. A little bit disappointing. But nonetheless, we go down 1-0. Gonna call a short man here. That is Fernandinho, and he plays in just a miraculous wonder ball. Almost curls into the far corner. The only thing more miraculous than that ball was Chris Smalling's header, leaping above the rest, arcing in the sky, and somehow he manages to turn that in off the bar and gives us a 2-1 lead. Major mistake out of the back from him right here. Bonnie, brilliant little left trigger, right trigger shuffle, finds Ander Herrera, he slots it away. Now, of course, I would have loved to have gotten David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, maybe even put in Wayne Rooney in that attacking mid spot, or I guess, actually, I don't know. I didn't even bother to check what Wayne Rooney went for. We had 16,000 coins spare, so maybe I could have done a few things differently. But if you don't have those two guys, Ander Herrera with his 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, he's the one that I'm wanting to slot in there. I chose to go with Navas for at least one pacey winger instead of Juan Mata. Navas is actually, like, the Navas-Bonnie combo, I found myself crossing a lot because Navas is really, really easy to get out wide and get up the line with. Now, it's kind of funny because I have dogged on Navas many, many times in the past for having no other agenda than crossing it in, and what was really, really amusing, and I felt very just very significant for that fact on FIFA, was that I found myself doing the exact same thing. Like, that was the only thing that I could get away with. If I try to cut inside, he'd just get bullied. He didn't feel overly clever. His shooting's not great. So I found myself continuing to go to the outside and hope that I could whip a ball in. That's a lovely finish from Bonnie. Near post, OP, putting it in the top net as well. Well, a little bit of a corner of the top net because you got the triangle nets. If you guys didn't know, you can actually change what nets you use in your general settings from the main menu. So there's a little fun fact, a little tidbit for you guys right there if you don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll mess around with it in the future and I can show you guys. But past 45th minute, he gives it away nice and easy. And this is Herrera doing a nice bit of work on the outside. And this is like the best use of step overs this year, is just doing kind of like a shuffle feint like that, where you don't actually exit and people tend to dive in more often than not because you're really not changing directions that quickly. So we managed to put that one away in the 45th minute. So going to be going into the half at 2-0, except for the fact that this guy is basically done and dusted. He has had enough, which is well, it was unfortunate because I was starting to feel a little bit better about my gameplay with this team. And this team's actually pretty nice and pretty good. Mangala and Smalling, by the way, amazing center back pairing. And I really like Darmian on this game as well. I actually prefer him to Clichy, even though he doesn't have the pace to kind of go along with it. We win the title, which is excellent. That's where we're going to come to a close. Be sure to check out the links in the description if you guys want to get involved in this event. It's going to be really cool. This is what I'm like. I think I'm pumped for it because it's like footy fans uniting. And there's just so many ways for me to get involved with you guys and kind of play together. So I'm pretty pumped for it. Anyways, thank you all for watching. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.